You stink?
No. It's you.
I don't stink.
Something stinks.
Not me. I smell pretty good. Yep.
No, it's you. It's your beard.
Huh?
It's your beard.
What does it smell like? Don't smell my beard. You're weird. My beard stinks? Maybe it's you.
Hold on. Nope, not me. Yeah, it's you.
I smell like stink?
Yeah, it smells like something from under. From under my nuts!
Ew. Fucking guys. This guy.
From under my nuts!
Roll the intro.
What's going on, guys? We are back with another exciting episode of Popular Culture. This episode, we're reviewing Ultimates number 4.
Reviewing.
Reviewing. That's what I said.
No, that's not what you said.
I said that, reviewing.
Yeah, you said it.
Just roll the intro, I'm done.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot. Take it to the top until the top. Now you're ready to pop. Look up in the sky. It's a bird or a plane.
No!
It's Rico, Driver, Chris, Insane. Talking about Spider-Man, Batman, Joker, Mary Jane. Keeping it real, Men of Steel with their comic book game.
Poppin' with the culture. Pop it like it's hot. Poppin' with the culture. Pop it like it's hot.
Keeping it real, Men of Steel with their comic book game. With their comic book game. With their comic book game.
Second languages, you know.
Listen, we're back, guys, and make sure you guys are liking the videos. Of course, you know, we also have a exciting good time doing the reviews for you guys. Reviews. Shut up. So, listen, guys, if you're enjoying and having as much fun as we are having doing these videos for you, make sure you guys are liking the views. See
what happens? New Yorkers, I swear. They can't talk and they're destructive.
Oh my god, I hate him so much.
Wow.
But anyway, somebody read this book. And I'm going to tell you who it wasn't.
This guy?
That guy on my right. But listen, guys, I hope you guys pick up this book and read this book because this book is crazy. I mean, it's not really crazy. It's a more tragic story. It's a very tragic story. We get the tragic origin of this universe's Doctor Doom, who is actually Reed Richards. It's not Doctor Doom because it goes through panel by panel of back and forth. What happens is you get Iron Lad, who is Tony Stark, because in this universe, Howard Stark is still alive, who he is Iron Man, but the Tony Stark picks up the mantle of Iron Lad because he's younger. Anyway, so that he picks that up, and then so he shows up at Doctor Doom's lab, and was trying to talk to him, see what's going on, because they have to get ready because the Maker only has about 14 months until he escapes from his prison. So you get backlog of backstory. So a little bit of present day where Doctor Doom's talking to Iron Lad, but mainly it's Doctor Doom remembering what happened in the past. Basically, the Maker sabotaged the Fantastic Four, their journey into space, journey into that cosmic storm that they were going to do.
Yeah.
So basically the same story. It's the same story as we all know with Fantastic Four. You have Sue Storm, you got Ben Grimm, you got Reed Richards, and Johnny Storm. Right?
Johnny Storm. Play him on.
So Johnny Storm again is as a minor in this, right? So he's a younger one, but he doesn't last very long.
No,
he bursts into flames, and not in a good way.
he was supernova. Reed told him not to go supernova.
Yeah, don't go supernova. Then he tells him to go. Did you tell me not to go supernova?
Yeah.
Ah! Anyway,
Flame on, kid.
flame on, flame on. So
out.
you get
He
he got flamed out. Yeah, big time. So what happens is it's a story of Doctor Doom, Reed Richards, remembering what happened because they're trying to fix this universe, right?
Yeah.
Because the Maker effed it all up because he's pretty much selfish and he's like he wants his universe back or whatever it was. And doing that, he's sabotaging everything else to create his universe, his world. So you get first you get the introduction of Reed, where he meets Ben Grimm. They're in college. Then fast forwards a little bit, then he meets Sue Storm, and then you get the introduction of Johnny Storm and everything. And they're talking about how the budget's over budget. You know, they're going to scrap the whole thing. And they needed like 9 people to do the launch, and So Reed's like, well, we can probably, do this with 4 people. And so they recruit Johnny, and he's a minor, and he's like, he just wants to go along for the journey and just push a bunch of buttons, right, on the rocket ship. And then so they launch off, but then you have a clip or, a scene where you see the Maker is fudging the numbers on Reed's calculations. So if stuff like this, if you're off by a millisecond shooting a rocket, this is rocket science.
Hey.
So if you're off by a number, it totally screws up the trajectory, the where they're going, the landing, and everything else. So exactly what happens. So they totally missed the cosmic storm. The spaceship has issues with this, in the spaceship and the rocket ship. Johnny bursts into flames. He winds up getting unalived, right, in the spaceship. And then
did they like tell you how that happened? Like, if your power is to ignite into flames, how do you die from that?
Because the power to ignite into flames was because he was hit by the cosmic rays. They were never hit by the cosmic rays.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they never get any powers. So none of them get powers. The only power there is Reed Richards' intellect, but it's not really power. That's just him. That's just him. He's like super smart, right? He's a genius. So Johnny bursts into flames in the shuttle. They come crashing down. Ben winds up unaliving himself because he's disgraced, right? He winds up committing suicide. They find him in the bottom of a cavern.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's 86, and then you see another fast forwards to a little bit. You see Sue Storms pretty much has gone through cancer, or whatever. She has radiation poisoning, and so she's balled on a bed in the hospital, and it's just like from like the chest up, you see Reed and Sue's dad. Mm-hmm. So he's like, oh, I did a lot to get you here, because at that point Reed's in jail. So he's in cuffs. He's in his orange jumpsuit, and so he's like, oh, I got, took a lot to get you here, but only because she wanted you here. But I would never want to see you again.
Now, is this the Reed Richard that wears the Doom mask?
Yeah. So this is the Dr. Doom in this universe. He's wearing the Doom mask, and we're gonna find out. We find out in this episode how he got about. How he went about wearing the Doom mask.
Spoiler: this issue 4 is actually supposed to be one of the storylines that was talked about. That's going to be the origin to Robert Downey Jr.'s version of Doctor Doom.
Oh,
yeah.
That's weird because not.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Sources say that. This comic book is the key of the week. If you do have it, hold on to it. If you don't have it, try to get it. Mm. But when Robert Downey Jr. dons the helmet of Doom, this is gonna skyrocket. This is gonna skyrocket high value.
Yeah. So we got the so you see Reed's trying to manipulate like these mice that he has, like, so you have a mice that looks like a thing, right? You have a mouse that looks like she's turning invisible. One that's flying in flame. The one that's stretching and everything. And he's saying to Iron Lad, he's like, I'm trying to fix this, but like my whole life is, worrying or thinking about the cosmic rays, the cosmic entity, and stuff like that. So this is my whole life. I have to figure this out. And Iron Lad's like, I can help you. And he's like, no, you're an amateur. Like you have no place in this. This is my responsibility. This is my burden. I'm going to figure this out. But he's like, the mice keep dying. So he keeps shooting them with these cosmic rays, but they ultimately want to keep on dying. So Reed's trying to figure out how to duplicate this, because the whole thing when they were going into space, he says to Sue, like, if we get out of this, we were going to become heroes, right? And the heroes was the underlying to say they were going to be the Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah. So
then you get it jumps over to the Maker, winds up getting into space where Reed is. He's being held prison, and then it's young Reed. He's in his 20s, whatever. And then the next panel over, you see old Reed, with the classic, the gray over here. He has a beard and everything. And he's like, wait a minute, what? How did we get here? And he's all confused, and so the Maker's like, I bend time to my will. Like, I can squeeze all this anguish, like years of anguish, in seconds. So he winds up taking him away, kidnaps him pretty much, and then he starts torturing him. And he's like, you're Doom, you're nothing but, you've always been Doom, It's like, say your name is Doom. He's like, and then so Reed's like screaming in agony. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Reed Richards. Like, you got the wrong person. And so he winds up lobotomizing him. He tortures him. He's like, he actually mangled his face. So his face is all mangled and twisted in there looking. And then he gets in his brain. He's like lobotomizing him. He's like, you're Doom. And he's like yelling at him, and he's like, it's like, it gets intense.
Yeah, they always when they have Reed go crazy, they don't hold back on this guy. Like the last time he went crazy like that, he he kept Tony Stark just his head, and he had his brain hooked up to a bunch of different wires.
Oh boy!
And he just kept his subconscious alive, and everything else was just wired by robots. Mm-hmm. And he was able to look around. He was able to speak, and he just kept his head as basically an analyst, someone to just read and ensure that he's right.
Oh,
yeah, like a
checks and balance,
like basically like an organic computer.
Okay.
Yeah, and that led towards the hologram head Iron Man, because obviously Tony Stark's that smart. Mm-hmm. He was able to re-download his mind into a Iron Man suit, and that's how he got away. But yeah, he basically picked his brain. Same thing you did is what he did to Tony Stark and the first Ultimates.
Oh, the first Ultimate run.
Yeah, man.
So this Ultimate run, it's all twisted. So yeah, and then the next scene is like towards the end of the book, you get the Maker fusing the Doctor Doom mask onto Reed, and he's like, "You are Doom," and he's like, "I am Doom."
Wow.
So he pretty much brainwashed him to believing he's Doom, and it's a very tragic, storyline, tragic origin to how he becomes Doctor Doom, how pretty much the rest of the Fantastic Four are dead in this storyline. And then at the end, it's just him, I have to figure this out, I will figure this out. And that's pretty much the end of the book. But it just goes back and forth between present and past, and then trying to figure out how he's going to fix this and how he's going to beat the Maker, because at the end of the book it says 14 months till the Maker comes back.
Well,
pretty intense.
I gotta jump on that book.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Wow, that's a tragic story.
Yeah. I was like,
man,
I felt verklempt. I was like,
same here.
I was like, oh man, this is terrible.
Whew, right?
Oh my god. But yeah, this is a good book. I'd give this book a solid 4.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a good book. Solid 4. Yeah, 4. I'll give it a 4.5.
Yeah.
4.5 because it's a good book. It's a good origin.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen something like this before. I'm pretty sure maybe it's happened before. Guys, if you've seen this happen before in another storyline, make sure you guys leave a comment down below. I'm interested in seeing what that book looks like. But for me right now, this is the first time seeing a story like this, and I'm hooked.
I'm interested in seeing if the whole Ultimate storyline between Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man. I understand that they're all different Earths. They have to be, but the Maker is always the same.
Well, I think all the Ultimate storylines are on one Earth. The same Ultimate universe.
I don't think so.
No?
Because Spider-Man does not exist in this book. But in Ultimate Spider-Man, the reason why Peter Parker is an adult is because he never got bit, because the Maker went into his timeline or his Earth and flicked it away. So this isn't just Earth 616. This is Earth probably 6112, 616, 612. Ultimate X-Men has nothing to do. It's all based in Japan. Mm-hmm. So, this is all different universes or Earths.
I think we have to do a deep dive and figure out if this is all one universe or if they're all separate universes. If you guys know, leave a comment down below.
Please do. I don't think it's very confusing. It's just what I don't understand is how this is going to end. Mm-hmm. And is this going to end in a bad way? Is this going to reboot the universe? Are they going to come together and we're going to get that original team back? What does Ultimate X-Men have to do with any of these storylines? Because it's so far off the rip. when it comes to Ultimate Black Panther, and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Well, I feel like all the X-Men are always like in their own world, even though they're part of the main Marvel universe, the main 616 universe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're always there's so much going on with them. Because they do a lot of off-world stuff and then on-world stuff, and like there's so many different things that go on because there are more mutants than there are heroes. Because that was Stanley's, get out of jail free card was how are we gonna keep making different heroes? Oh, guess what? You're all mutated. Good luck. Good job.
They were born that way.
You were born that way. So I mean, and then when you have Avenger stories, or Spider-Man stories, they have their own stuff going on. Where you have like Spider-Man and Daredevil. They're all you have a lot of superheroes based in New York. But they don't kind of intermingle at any time. Like, how come Daredevil doesn't see Vulture fly by and just beat his ass?
Yeah, that would be cool. They'll open up a comic book, like you said, like maybe a Daredevil comic book, and one panel you just see Spider-Man swinging through the city.
Yeah. Like he's jumping through the rooftops, and all of a sudden you see Spider-Man swing by and goes, "Oh, I wonder what Peter's up to."
Yeah, and then he just keeps going.
And he just keeps going, like he's doing his own thing.
Queens and Hell Kitchen, they ain't that far apart.
Yeah, they are.
Now in the comic books, they always make it seem like they're close.
Well, see the New York City map here. You got.
I hope there's a map there. I hope there's a map right there.
Hell's
See what you just now. You gotta have the map.
Hey, Hell's Kitchen's here. Queens is way up here. And Brooklyn's over here, somewhere here. Because guess what? I was raised in New York, so.
Well. On that note,
right on that D line.
Oh my god. That's with the D train.
D train. Right on that D train. Shut up. I know what you did there.
I didn't do nothing. I think
God.
the Metro from Baltimore. We take the Metro.
Yeah, you're a Metro.
Did you keep a bus pass or Metro ticket?
Metro card.
Did you ever jump the Metro rail?
No, I'm not a criminal like you.
I used to jump that shit all the fucking time.
Look at this guy.
This guy.
Anyway, guys, what are we giving this book? Oh, I gave it 4.5. Anyway, all right, guys. So that's this review. I forgot what video we're shooting today. Ultimates number 4, guys. Ultimates number 4
gets a 4.
4 gets a 4.
Okay.
So that's the review for this episode, guys. Of course, this is my thoughts on the book. We're interested in seeing your thoughts on the book. Make sure you leave those comments down below. Leave a like. Make sure you guys are subscribing. And again, I'm Chris.
And I'm Rico.
And we are
Popping Through Culture.
Later, guys.
Peace.